What's up everybody, Andy. I'm back again with another FIFA video. We're going for tic-tac-toes, tic-tac-arinos, and let me tell you that this tactic has changed my life. So before we get into it, as I say, getting a lot of views on videos, the traffic's coming through. So if you're coming back, if you're here for the first time, give me a thumbs up on the video. Comment down below if there's anything that you want to see, anything that you agree with, anything that you don't agree with. Let me know anything that you want to see, if you want to set any tactics up in the future for you guys. If you want me to build any teams for you, let me know, pop it down below. And as always, I'll get back to you. You communicate with me, I'll communicate with you. And the big one for me on this channel is, like I said, we're getting the views. But if we can just get the subscribes, so just hit that subscribe button, and then obviously when I upload these videos, you'll be the first in the know. So let's get into it. So FIFA 22, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for people this year. This is the team I'm rocking at the minute, nothing too special, but I like it, and it's untradeable for the most part. It's not our setup in game. I would suggest, I like this formation. I have found that I like this formation, but it's purely for chemistry. But if you want just a goal, put 4-5-1 on, have it on, just full out attack, everybody up front, constant pressure, and you will get goals. You'll leak goals, but you'll get goals. But this is not the formation that we're looking at today. Before we get into it, as I say, so I'm a bit bugged up again. Allergies. I'm having the same problem as everybody else. Now, when I play FIFA, I like to play football, if you like. I know it's a video game, but I'm not one that wants to exploit every tactic and system on the game. Like there's the run to the post and the cut back in, run to the corner flag and whip it in, and then just long shots are ridiculously broken this year. And I'm just not one for that. I'll take a long shot if I get a shot, but I don't look for the exploits. I like to play. But unfortunately, 99% of the gaming population likes to do things a little bit differently. And I've struggled with it, and I went into Rivals and I went unbeaten for my first 5 games, I think it were, just on 4-4-2, nothing special, just basic 4-4-2. Then I started changing things up and started losing. Then I had a mixed bag, then I changed. I got stuck in Division 8, I think it were, and it were like, is this it? Is this me this year? Is this how good I am? And I started getting a bit fed up because I just could not progress. So I was like, I've got to do something. So I changed, and I've got 2 tactics, but I'm going to show you one in this video, one in the other. The other one carried me through so far. This one made it a breeze. So we'll get into it. So it's a 4-3-1-2. I'm using 4-4-2 for 90% of the time before this video. I tried 4-1-2-1-2, 4-3-3, and they all have the pros and cons. Like if you're just a sweat, then 4-3-3 is good, where you can just bomb up the wings, RBNA it, and then cut it back in if that's why you want to play. 4-4-2 I found was just, I liked it and it was balanced, but I just find that there's a little bit missing. And when that can be an attack and defence, just getting that play up to your strikers, but also defending as well. Now, because there are only a selection of defenders this year that are sort of viable at the minute. Now, the slow defenders are, but you can still get caught on that pace. And through chemistry, I've got with mine. So I wanted to change something up, but I needed that cover, but I also wanted the attack. So I flick through, and this is a formation that you'll, if you know from my videos last year, that I will have used towards the end of it, more for a very attacking sort of presence. Like if I needed a goal, if I was getting caught through the middle, I'd change to this formation, and I'd chase out a goal, then I'd go back to my other ones. This time I found we had a few tweaks and setting up, and I've played about with all these settings, and this is where I am with it, and I'll explain why. Now that you're not getting countered as much, and you've got a good attacking presence, and I'll tell you where your goals come from. But anyway, so defensive style balanced. I did have on possession after possession loss, and I did like this. But then you notice your stamina, and at this stage I just haven't got the subs to come in to make a difference. I like my first 11, and if I can, I like them on the pitch for as much as I can, and then everybody else has an impact. So this did drain the stamina, and on players like Mertens and stuff who have got in my team who've got no stamina anyway, this is not a good thing to have. So I went for everything else, and balanced it is. It just keeps everything in formation, and it allows you to switch to players to cover them gaps should you need to. But how it's set up anyway, there's not that many gaps. Width 50. Again, I'm not a player that I don't play down the wings, but if it's there, I will do. But I prefer to get it through the middle, defend down the sides, and then get it back through, and then have my runners, and then sort of have players coming from midfield to finish up. So 50, absolutely fine there. Depth, I had on 70 at first, just purely because of last year, how it worked. I've dropped it down. It just doesn't, because you're so far back. I think that's what they've done. They've changed a couple of tactics or made a couple of in-game changes this year to make it feel less sweaty, if you like. But they've just changed a couple of things, and one of the things that I think they have done is they've got all your teams sit so far back that they're all practically, especially for slower defenders, and I think that's why people have got this sort of stigma that the slower defenders are fine this year, and slower players, because you put your team so far back, it takes them longer to get back up the field, and you can sort of play on the opposite side, on the attacking side, you can play up a little bit slower, and because people are using slower defenders because they're in the box, in their own box, you feel that you can get away with slow strikers. And I will say, the other day, I got absolutely bullied against Giroud. Now, what's he got, about 30 pace? And he scored 4 goals against me, and I could not stop the guy. I don't know what tactics he had on. He was in the area constantly. No other player on the team threat, Giroud, but that's a different story. Anyway, 55 depth. And that's just to get your players a little bit up, but not leave you on the counter. As I say, your defenders ain't the fastest at this point, unless you've gone full sort of sweat. But I think defensive sort of positioning and the defensive stats are very important. I've got sort of Koulibaly and what's his name? Can't think of his name. The English guy from the Serie A. It'll come to me. Not Smalling. It will come to me. You know, are a lot faster than the 2 defenders that I've got. However, I've just found Ramos as a beast, so Ramos is in my team. Anyway, build-up play, balanced. Again, I did have on fast build-up, and I just found that the players were a bit all over the place and falling over, and this seems to, especially on new gen, because you've got to appreciate that I'm playing on new gen. Players were just bundling all over the place on fast build-up, and there seems to be this weird collision thing going on where they'll just run into each other and fall over, and it drained me. So balanced. Chance creation, direct passing. Forward runs, again, drags your players out of position. If you are a faster attacker player, then, you know, by all means have forward runs on, but direct passing for my style of play, and what it does as well, you'll see with my the player tactics as well, it allows more chances being created from your cam and centre mids, and your strikers are there to sort of clean up rubbish. So direct passing. Width, again, don't change. Players in the box. Now, I did have this on 7 or 6, as you'll have seen in my other tactics. Dropped it down to 4. The reason being is because counter-attacks are very predominant in this game. Now, also I found is when you have it up and you have like fast build-up and all the rest of it, is everybody does get in the box, which is fine, but then it becomes a bit of a clusterfudge. And you're just sort of bundling it around and you're smashing B trying to get it in. And it's not very calm, and then it's like a battle of attrition then, that you're either trying to spam it around somebody, but also I find your players are getting in front of you. You go to take a shot and you'll just smash off one of your players and back out, and then your opponent counters. So players in the box is 4, and then what you've got then is you'll have somebody running in or sitting on the edge of the box to clear up the rubbish, and not everybody fighting over the ball in the area, but also prevents counter-attacks as well. Corners, I've 2. Again, purely because counter-attacks. I did have it down to 1 to stop counter-attacks, but I found it didn't really make that much difference, and it left me a bit empty on attack. So corners 2. Free kicks, I go for 1 because I'm doing one of 2 things. It's either going at the net or I'm dropping it to the far post of where I am and somebody's going to run in and edit it, but I want control of that. Again, I don't want a cluster fudge and to be counter-attacked having everybody in the box. So that's the reason. So the formation is 4-3-1-2. 4-3-1-2. And then we'll go on to instructions. So again, I've played about with these, and this is where it sort of changed my game. You can change as you see fit. It's just a basics ground. I'm not claiming to be the best player on the planet, but it's helped me. So defenders, keeper, you don't touch. They're just on default. Wing backs, I've played about. I were having it on overlap. I found them too far out of position. If you want them on going forward, or you have them on overlap, I would suggest that you have the best wing backs in the game. You know, full pace, high work rates, so they can get forward, they can get back. For me, I mean, Cancelo is only in there to link Jesus, who I pulled untradeable, and Sandro's just in there because I'm not spending 10k on Spinazzola, and I'm not spending 30k on Theo Hernandez as of yet. So we've got stay back while attacking, and that is the only formation on only change on there. With your midfielders, I've mixed this up with Barella and Sanchez. Now, to me, they're the best 2 midfielders in this game. I've tried. I had Kessié in my team, and I think he's a slug. He just felt horrible, and I could not wait to get him out of my team. So I've gone for Renato Sanch. And he's just unreal. I can't quite make my mind up whether I prefer Barella or Sanch in this CDM role. However, both work, both fantastic, both will do a job going forward. But anyway, stay back while attacking, cover centre, that's all you need on those. On your CMs, I did have Insigne on join the attack or get forward. And again, I found it a bit of a cluster and a bit hard on counter-attack. So everything on balanced again, but cover centre, no need to cover wing, you can do that manually, don't want gaps in the middle, and same on the other side as well, everything on balance but cover centre. This is where your goals come from, so just stay forward. You can have, again, change it to get into the box for crosses. I found that there's no need. As long, you know, you sort of want a medium, high medium sort of work rate on here. What you don't want is, especially again with somebody with Mertens, and the reason I've put him on stay forward is he's got no stamina. So if he's bombing up and down the field and tracking back, one is going to be out of position, and it stops his formation from running, working. But his stamina is just going to disappear. And then with the attackers, I've tried many a thing. Didn't mean to change that because that was from what I did try. Getting behind. So I've tried these on stay forward, attacking runs. That's fine. Yep. So with your strikers, I prefer them having it on stay central. The reason I have them on stay central is I don't attack from the wing. So if you're a skiller or whatever, then you can drop these onto a false 9. You can drop them onto, you know, a target man if you want. You can have them on drift wide. You can have them on mixed attack. I don't like that. I like my 2 strikers. I can do everything else with my cam, with my 2 centre mids when they're joining the attack, if you send them on runs. But I like my strikers to be in the middle of the pitch, generally together. So with Jesus, I've found that I've had to have him on stay central as well, and also getting behind, because otherwise he's doing a Harry Kane and he's sat having a chat with keeper. He's not doing anything. So stay central, getting behind, and then balanced on one of your strikers for defensive support. And again, reason that is, and I've not got them both on stay forward, is because my cam's staying forward anyway, so he's a threat. But also because I've not got that much stam, I can run back with somebody like Jesus and cover that cam roll and push them Mertens forward. So I've got that threat. So it's just like a rotating triangle, if you like. And then on the other side, Martinez, stay central, but stay forward. Again, because I want that attacking threat. Now, I know you can send people on runs, get them up forward on your own, but I like to have at least one. One to run at the net and score me a goal. But second is, especially at a lower division, like I think I'm in 5 now, or I'm 1 game away from 5. So like I said, I don't claim to be anything, but I'm climbing the ranks. As I say, I think I got sidetracked earlier, but I got stuck in 8. I changed to this, and I've just breezed through to 5. But people tend to look at that major threat. They're not looking at everything else. So if you've got Martinez bombing forward, Jesus is sort of following up with him, but they're not really keeping an eye on Jesus because he's not quite as forward. And then also in Mertens and how the two are set up with staying forward and just that balanced attack. They're keeping an eye on Martinez, so it just allows that gap for you as well, and then you can either lay it off back to Martinez, or you can bring Mertens in, or finish it with Jesus. And that's about it, guys. As I say, I found it really well balanced. I found it balanced in defence, in attack, holding the ball up, getting the ball forward, recovering the ball. It's been the best formation that I've used so far, genuinely. The best setup. I mean, that'll probably change as more and more players come out, as the game changes, as patches, but so far this is going to be my go-to, and I don't see my changing it, and I say that all the time, but this one really is. Another one I found as well, because I found squad battles are quite good rewards this year, is it helps a lot on that as well. Like the AI is just a cheating scumbag, but I've just found that this formation allows you to breeze through squad battles much easier as well. But that is it from me, guys. As I say, and I said at the beginning of the videos, I mean, if you can give the video a thumbs up, that's great. If you want to share it anywhere, that's absolutely fine. It helps me get more eyes on the video. Comment with any formations that you want to see down below, any tactics, any teams that you want building, any help with the game, comment down below. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But the big one for me, guys, is if you can just subscribe. As I say, we're approaching 200. I do want to start doing giveaways and things on the channel, but I'm not going to start doing that until we get to 1,000 subscribers, because I want to make sure that we've got the following really and the backing. But I've said once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll do monthly giveaways in terms of gift cards or FIFA points or whatever you want, and then we'll do. They'll potentially be weekly. We'll probably do a monthly game giveaway, and then as it gets closer, we'll do a pre-order on FIFA, the next version, like the Ultimate Edition. We might even do 3 for the Ultimate, the Deluxe, and the Basic version, on your choice. But we'll see. We're a long way away from that. So we'll road to 1,000 subscribers. If you can get there, we'll do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers as well. Maybe some FIFA points. We shall see, or whatever you play, Fortnite or whatever. Don't mind, maybe just a gift card for your platform, then you can do as you wish with it. But I guess we're a long way from there yet. But only you guys can help us get there. So like, comment, subscribe, and then more importantly than all that, stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and until next time, guys, as always, peace and love, everyone.